This is Snake. Can you hear me? Good. The mission is simple. Put your geek pants on and infiltrate Foxhound. If you need backup, contact Ken and Chris on their codec frequency. Ready? Snake out.
Happy Alien Day!
Happy Alien Day indeed.
Indeed.
Odd thing to celebrate. The creation of probably the most horrific alien I've ever seen.
Oh, yeah.
I just, like, no empathy, no nothing, just kill, kill, kill.
Murder, murder, murder.
Yeah, murder, death, kill.
Yes.
That's all it is, murder, death, kill. Where's
So-
that from, murder, death, kill?
Murder, death, kill.
I can't remember.
Murder, death, kill. That sounds familiar.
Wasn't it 187? No. It might be. Murder, death, kill might be 187. Like the cop call tag or whatever. Like you know, like the rap song going 187 on a motherfucking cop, right?
Yeah.
And I think it's murder, death, kill.
Cool.
Anyway, so happy Alien Day.
Happy Alien Day. Rebirth of Mercy. Happy Alien Day 426. Happy Alien Day.
Happy Alien Day to both of you people, and thank you for joining us live.
Live.
We're not as late as last time, so you're welcome.
Mostly because you reminded me to get my ass up here.
Yeah, well, just like last time, you were nice enough to let me rant, but it was like, dude, we're...
And you're like, well, we're 10 minutes in. I was like, yeah, I wasn't going to cut you off. I mean, you were in the flow.
But luckily, at the time, we had no viewers, so...
Yeah.
So
today we have Rebirth of Mercy.
Rebirth of Mercy.
A.K.A. Rom. You got a sweet name, man.
Rom? The Space Knight?
Yeah.
Oh, shit! That is a deep cut. I like that one because I would not have known about Rom if it wasn't for your dad.
Really?
Because he had a couple of those old comic books.
Yeah, yeah.
And then there was a couple of ads for Rom.
Rom ads.
Space Knight.
That's right.
And then I was like, oh, shit. And then, of course, like if you're like me and you Wikipedia stuff like crazy, the backstory is pretty fucking crazy.
How long did that run?
I can't remember exactly, but it also had a, like recently. Yeah. They did another attempt at it. Okay. Because I don't think it's through Marvel anymore.
No, it's kind of like Conan, right? It goes wherever.
Whoever. Yeah. So, and they tried to update it a bit, but I never got a chance to check it out, and I was disappointed because, like, as a concept, it's really cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know.
It's cool looking too. I remember the costume; it looked cool.
Oh yeah, yeah, super cool.
Yeah.
I think they even made toys.
Thanks, guys.
What's the?
And they did this.
Oh.
And the black heart, and then alien emoji.
We have some active people and not bots, which I like.
Yeah. The sex bots aren't out yet.
Give it time.
9 o'clock, they become active. Yeah.
Yeah. That's when they wake up from their slumber. That's what they call it, right?
Yeah.
So, okay, yes, I did mention this earlier. A bit of a wrestling rant.
Yeah.
I'll get that out of the way. While I'm thrilled, like for those of you that watch wrestling, I do, and Kenneth watches the trailer or not the highlights. The highlights. That's the word.
If I miss anything, you usually let me know about it.
Yeah, but like so, Raw, they announced a couple of things. These are all Vince things.
Yeah.
They announced the draft.
Yes.
Which I know people will say statistically the draft does really good numbers.
Mm-hmm.
It used to. Mm-hmm. It used to do really good numbers until a couple of years where they would do the draft and then realize that the draft meant nothing.
Yeah.
Because certain guys could go to each show regardless, right?
Right.
It's totally a Vince move, but whatever. Fine.
Yep.
And then, of course, they introduce the third world title, which immediately I was like, okay, great, because now there's another title that other guys can go for.
That was my thought too at first. I was like, oh, good.
But then when you watch the promo is all just burying the roster.
Yeah.
Roman is so unbeatable, and he's so smart that he in his contract he states he doesn't have to defend one of these titles ever.
Yeah.
And he's so unbeatable that we had to create something to give these other losers who couldn't beat Roman ever. You know? And the worst part about all of it, so yeah, you bury the roster. Yeah, great, you have a second title or a third world title, which might as well be a bronze title now.
Yeah, I guess so.
Right?
Gold and silver tied up.
You talk about Roman as being the most undefeatable person ever, okay? But now what you've done is you've guaranteed that he's obviously going to break the 1,000 days.
Yep.
Right? So we're probably going to see him hold that title till 24, 25.
Yep.
Right? Because I mean, again, he's holding it to WrestleMania, and if he wrestles The Rock, he's not losing to The Rock.
So he holds it to 25.
So he holds it to 25, and no one's gonna care.
No one cares. No one cares already.
Like, I'm done after WrestleMania. I was like, I don't care now.
Yeah.
Like, okay, great. Now we might have a feud with the Jimmy and Jay. You might. But okay, again, I already saw that, and I don't care.
Nobody cares,
and
it's done.
And even this back and forth between KO and Sami Zayn and the Bloodline, it's like after Friday, as far as I'm concerned, the Bloodline can no longer challenge for these titles if they don't win. Okay, and then they can do their whole inner turmoil, Bloodline split, and obviously, I think by the time that they want Roman to lose, they will have built up Solo to be the guy that takes it off him.
Okay.
Which, okay, fine.
Which no one wants, but okay.
I mean, you know, if they do a good enough job of building him up, like if they continue building him up the way they have been, then around 2025, 26, he should be at the point where you could believably see him take the title off him, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, so no, nobody cares. Now he's going to get this milestone, and everyone's going to be like, yeah, great.
I'm still saying I want Orton to take it off him. And then I want Orton to drop the Riddle.
Honestly, that's what I would like Orton to drop the Riddle too. Like,
yeah, that's exactly what I would do. I would have Roman doing a promo where he's talking about being a living legend, and then who comes out? The Legend Killer. Yeah. And ends it. Second viewer. Hello.
Hey, all right. Or wouldn't it be the third viewer? I thought. Anyway.
No, the second one left, and then they came back again.
Oh, okay, cool. Well,
but they came back, or they left before we could say hi.
Okay.
So now I'm saying hi.
All right. So anyway, so this whole thing now is just like shit on the roster.
Oh yeah.
And another thing, surprise, surprise, things were changed on Raw. Mr. I'm not going to be in the weeds. I'm only going to handle big picture stuff. Immediately dropped a match with Piper Niven and Candice LeRae. So they showed up for nothing.
Cool.
Yeah, which is great because that's.
Of course, it's the women division too.
That's exactly what they loved about Vince in the first place, was showing up and not knowing if you were going to work or not work, and you just hang out in catering. You know, like at least fucking tell them, don't come in.
Yeah.
That way they save travel. Especially Candice LeRae, she's got kid, so she can stay home. Yeah, you know. Piper Niven, same thing. Okay, but anyway, the other thing that I thought was kind of funny is how much of a big deal everyone is making out the CM Punk was in like backstage at Raw.
Oh, I know.
Kicked out.
I know. You read it, and it's just like he came. He said hi to a couple people. He shook Triple H's hand. He left.
Like apparently he buried the hatchet with the Miz.
Yeah.
He apologized for the things he said about the Miz,
yep.
which is a stand-up thing to do. I gotta say, because he shit on the Miz hard.
Yeah.
You know, and I mean, granted, that time period, I would have probably done the same thing. Now I'm looking at Miz differently. Now I'm like, this guy's a stalwart.
For
like,
sure.
You know, he's a Hall of Famer, however you cut it, right? But so he buries the hatchet, has a little powwow with Triple H.
Yep.
And then because he's contracted to AEW, Vince is like, yeah, you gotta go. Which, okay.
Makes sense.
You know.
It makes sense. I mean, I'm sure they won't be happy that he was there either.
You know, and it's just like, okay, but that's all it is. It doesn't have to be anything bigger than that at all. So that's it for my wrestling rants. As far as I don't.
That's a quickie.
I told you it was gonna be quick.
That is a quickie. That was an in and out.
Yeah, in and out, which is how it's supposed to be. Just like Aliens, in and out.
That's beautiful.
Yeah. That
was great.
It's also like for people that watch the movies, that's a horrifying visual.
Oh yeah, it is.
Because they know this part and that part. Everyone knows this part. Very few people know this part
Yeah.
And that's how it gets in and incubates. Like, oh, I just smudged my glasses. But, like, that's just, whew.
It's gross.
Okay, so before we get to the questions, this was my question.
Oh, okay. Hang on a second here.
Oh, you had something?
No. I got to pull up the banner.
Oh, okay.
Instaquestion banner.
Okay, so it isn't an Instaquestions per se. It was just something that I thought was interesting. And it was because I watched a video from Comics Tropes. Remember I mentioned Comics Tropes with that whole fiasco, PS5 fiasco?
Yep.
Right? So recently, he released a video called Best Glow-Ups.
Okay.
So best costume changes, right? Because, of course, for comics, costumes are typically set in stone, and that's what they wear for, like, decades, right?
Right.
Every once in a while, you get changes, and some of them are cool. Like, so obviously, like, as an example, you got, Nightwing. Nightwing's a prime example.
New costume incoming.
His new costume was first one was the disco wing.
Yeah. Yes.
You know?
Yep.
Which, no matter how
it's not bad looking if you take off the disco wing.
Exactly. Like, it's not bad, but it's just like, what were you guys thinking? And then you get the refined
so it's
version.
got to have wings.
So you got the yellow bird crest, right? Like that one. That's fine. But then when you got the 90s one, that's where it was like fucking awesome.
The blue.
And even though the most recent version of it is awesome, like I love it, it's still a second to that one for me.
I hated when they went red for a while.
I did not like that at all.
I did not like
I did not. I liked that they had the scallops. I thought that was a nice touch. And I liked the things that they did with the actual costume, with the texturing and stuff. That all of it looked cool, but the red was really also just fucking stupid.
Was it a stupid run?
No.
That was Higgins, right?
It was Higgins, and it was Barrows, Eddie Barrows.
Okay.
And Eddie Barrows, like,
Eddie Barrows is a great artist.
He was doing career work.
Oh yeah.
And then later went on to Rebirth Detective,
yep.
And then surpassed it. So it was career work for Nightwing, and then beyond that, it was career work for that. The Higgins run, a lot of people like it, and if you like it, great, good for you. I wasn't a big fan of it, partly because A, the costume change.
Yep.
B, it was also like New 52, so it was all they changed everything. So you're dealing with a Nightwing that's not necessarily your Nightwing that you've been growing up with. Same with Tim Drake. You were just like, oh fuck! Like all these characters gotten reworked. In some cases, drastically. Superman, same thing. So I didn't particularly like the run, but I'm not knocking anybody that does.
Yeah.
So for me, and then I thought, okay, that's an interesting question. So in terms of costume changes, what is like some of the ones that maybe not necessarily the most overt, but maybe a little bit low key? What would be a cool costume change? So for instance, I'll give you an example of where I'm thinking from. The original Captain Britain costume.
Yeah.
Versus the Excalibur version where it got updated.
Okay.
So you had like the Lionheart chest thing, and you had like the flaming sword, switched over to that fucking amazing like red, white, and blue helmet, Union Jack, and like awesome. Just awesome. And now like
Captain Britain, nice one.
I know. I was just like, holy shit, especially because like if you don't know what his original costume was, you would just assume it's always been this.
Yeah.
You know?
It'd be same with like Rogue and Psylocke and everything. Like they all looked different when they started.
Psylocke's another one because Psylocke.
Well, she went through a weird.
Yeah, because it's funny that you mention that because that's Captain Britain's sister. Yeah. So for people that don't know, that's Captain Britain's sister, Betsy Braddock.
Mm-hmm.
And when she first was introduced, British, purple hair, white. You know? And she had like a specific sword. Like it was still a side blade, but it was an actual sword. And she had like a generic pink costume.
Yeah.
Kind of looked all right.
Yeah.
But then for like, and I didn't know this. So my experience with Psylocke was always the Asian version.
The Jim Lee style.
Jim Lee, like swimsuit, like pure sex.
Pure sex.
You know? And then like the side blade coming out of her hand. Yeah. You know, just
badass.
Awesome. Like just so cool. And also, pure sex.
Yeah.
So when you're like a kid growing up, you're just like, yeah.
This guy can draw ladies.
Give me more of this. You know, and then you realize, oh, it's a weird mind meld thing where she's Kwanin. Her Asian potty is Kwanin, but it's the mind of Betsy Braddock, and they've separated her since. So then she's currently Captain Britain. Yes, it's a lot.
There's a lot going on.
There. But but I like that you call that one. So so that's an example of one. Psylocke you mentioned. So here's another one.
Yeah.
80s Mohawk Storm.
Yeah.
How fucking badass was that?
She was awesome. She makes comebacks every now and then.
Oh,
which is so weird because she's like all regal and stuff, and all of a sudden she's rocking a mohawk the next week. You're like,
yeah,
I dig it.
Yeah, I was,
never change, Aurora.
Yeah,
never change.
The Storm one was actually in the comic strip video, but I was like, oh, that's right.
I mean, you could really just with this question, just dig into the X-Men. Like Cyclops, look at his costume changes over the years.
Actually, I wouldn't say so much, like, because his are pretty much the same except for a couple of color schemes.
Yeah, I guess.
It's either he's got a full-fledged, like, covers
unless
his hair.
you go to, like, new X-Men, Grant Morrison, leather style.
Yeah, and that would be the only time.
Then you're talking different. Well, Jean Grey, for sure. She's had the mask, and then... Like, I'm Phoenix version all the way. I love the Phoenix. Oh, and the 90s Jim Lee.
90s Jim Lee is
yellow and the blue.
Yeah.
That's a great one.
Or no, it was orange and blue. It was more orange.
Yeah, I guess it was orange.
Yeah, but either way, I was.
I mean, I could go all day on Wolverine with that too, because he's gone through so many costumes.
Oh, just Patch alone.
Patch,
which absolutely,
I love Patch.
Comics are so great because you can just literally go, okay, so this guy looks a lot like Wolverine.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, he looks identical to Wolverine.
But
he's got a patch on, so he clearly can't
be Wolverine.
He's this fucking weird
hair. Wolverine's got two good eyes. This isn't Wolverine.
The weirdest fucking hair. Like from head to toe.
One of a kind hair.
Right? Yeah. Body hair, head to toe. Yeah. Thick fucking like uber Italian.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're like, well, it's clearly not him.
It's not him, he's got a patch.
Yeah. Last time I saw Wolverine, he had two working eyes. This guy doesn't, so not him.
Not him. Keep looking.
What the fuck? But I just thought it was kind of interesting when you get into like deep cuts and things like that.
That's cool.
Yeah.
You don't really think about it either, right?
No, and then
even Batman, he's gone through different.
All of them. Every single one of them has gone through certain costume updates. Like, I mean, even Superman. Superman's the most iconic.
Superman 2.
But
no to the collar, yes to no underwear on the outside.
Agreed. Yeah, the Rebirth suit I thought was
close.
The Rebirth was the second version of the reboot one, because the original reboot had just the red trim,
right,
where his boots would have started.
Wasn't he just like rocking like street clothes at the beginning of the reboot?
No, I'm not talking about. I'm talking about Rebirth.
Rebirth. No,
not New 52. New 52 was the armored collared version,
right? Yeah,
which was okay. But like the Grant Morrison run, he was in the t-shirt and jeans.
Yeah, and the jeans.
And then they went back to that when his identity was outed.
Yeah,
and he was losing his powers. So he shaved his head and put on a Superman t-shirt, as one does.
I'm amazed that a regular Blade can cut Kryptonian hair.
Actually, you know what it is, eh? It's he cuts his own hair. It's he uses his eye vision or his heat vision into a mirror out to his hair. That's how he shaves too.
What a nice clean cut. That's a precise.
I mean, if you think about it, he's probably been doing this since he was about 15, 16.
I mean, I guess,
or maybe even early 20s, right? Like to the point where like his hair is now like you can't cut it by conventional. Could you imagine like his mom must have been like
Martha
shears.
Comes on in,
just shears, eh? Just like or like I don't know, a tractor blade for fucking something.
Just lays down with the hay, and eventually goes over top of him.
Yeah, eventually they're just like, I don't know what we're gonna do. Yeah. You're gonna have to figure something else out.
Oh man.
Yeah, but anyway, I just thought it was kind of interesting.
That's a good question.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Well, we got instant questions going, so I might as well ask a couple.
Yep.
But before I do that, since we've got 2 viewers, I'm going to properly introduce us.
Oh yeah, we haven't done that yet. Eh?
Yeah. Okay. Well, generally we're not talking to anybody, but today we got 2 viewers. So hello, I'm Ken. That's Chris. This is the Geek Pants Camcast episode 168, and today we're celebrating Alien Day by doing a few giveaways, answering some Insta questions, and reviewing Alien 3 and Alien Resurrection.
Yes.
We've already done Alien and Aliens. Go check those out on our channel.
Definitely check those out because those are awesome.
Yeah.
And also those are great movies. Those are just fucking great movies.
I love those movies so much. But, okay, so not Alien, Insta questions.
Yeah.
First Insta question is Alien related. So here we go. Your favorite character from the Alien movies that's not Ripley?
Oh, fucking... Game over, man.
Mr. Paxton.
Mr. Paxton.
Game over, man. I'm gonna go Jonesy the cat.
yeah, that's a second. Actually,
it's gotta be Hicks.
I was going
to
to say it's Hicks,
and I'll forever be pissed that Alien 3 erased him from existence.
It's definitely Hicks, and honestly, and also close third with like Ripley, Hicks, and then Newt.
Yeah,
those are the
Aliens trio.
Yeah, that's like Hicks
Absolutely.
is just fucking awesome. And again,
I love Hicks.
Like, how fucking dare you?
Yeah,
especially like when you read like a lot of the back and forth where like Ripley wasn't really going to be in the third movie at all. It was actually going to be mostly Michael Biehn as Hicks. Leading the charge, and then she'd get there at the end type of thing, and then it would lead into the fourth movie.
Yeah.
They're like, Jesus fucking Christ, why don't you just give us that movie?
Yeah.
Instead of Aliens 3. But, or at least this version of Alien 3. I would say Aliens 3, but it's actually just Alien 3.
A good question.
Yeah, it's a really good question.
So Jonesy the cat is running at number 4.
Oh, yeah.
After Hicks and Newt.
No, actually, for me, it would be Bishop.
Bishop, yeah. Good call. Basically, anyone from Aliens.
Yeah.
Vasquez.
Yeah.
What's your dream job?
Oh, my dream job. I'm already doing it.
Are you?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
This right here?
Yeah, this right.
This right here, right?
This right here. Yeah.
This is a dream job for me, for
this
sure.
is a dream job right here. Just doing this and being able to get paid for it. That would be the creme de la creme.
That would be. I could do this 8 hours a day.
I would totally do this.
But unfortunately,
Yeah, but then again, at that point, we would also have people that would do all the extracurricular shit
exactly
for us. So we would just show up and be like, blah, and then they would go, cool.
Listen, minions.
Yeah, exactly. Excuse me, where's my tea?
You better hurry up and edit that video.
Yeah, but this would be my dream job with stand-up comedy as a close second.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
nice.
That's still like the one of those like you know but
I'm still up there for writing. That's How many hours did you sleep last night?
Actually, I will tell you.
Oh, actually, I could tell you too because I also app it now.
Yeah, the Fitbit. So I slept 6 hours and 50 minutes yesterday.
Wow.
And of those 6 hours and 50 minutes, an hour and 6 minutes was REM. The rest, the 5 hour, I had 28 minutes of deep and 5 hours and 16 minutes of light sleep.
Nice. I was tired as shit yesterday, so I got 8 hours and 5 minutes.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. And I even recorded some of my snoring. Yeah, there it is. There it is. Yeah. So I had a good sleep last night. I had a very good sleep.
Very restful. It sounds very restful.
It was a very restful sleep. Yeah, I slept downstairs.
That's actually,
I would have got punched if I was snoring like that in the bed.
It's funny that you say that because I fell asleep on the couch till about 4:30.
Yeah.
And it was one of those where like I fell asleep and then I just woke up like at 4:30.
Where am I?
Sometimes when I fall asleep, most of the time when I fall asleep, like I wake up to shut the TV off and then go back to sleep. This time it was just like, ugh. I must have been dreaming because I was also kind of sweaty.
Yep.
And it was an abrupt wake up. So I must have been dreaming. And then it was just like, oh. And I actually did this move where I was like, do I just sleep down here? Like, do I continue sleeping downstairs or do I go upstairs? And then I end up going upstairs. So. But yeah, so that was a good question. Thanks for your concern.
Yeah.
I was thinking, it's funny, some of these Insta questions, I was thinking like, these might be like, some of these questions might be trying to figure out our password.
You never know.
You know what I mean?
You never know.
Like next it'll be like, what's your birth date? Specifically with the numbers. And you're like,
oh
yeah, it's this. And next thing you know, you're like, I just got hacked. I don't know how the fuck I got hacked. Although to be
fair, happened? I'm so safe.
Yeah. My PIN is not. None of my passwords.
What's your social insurance number? Whoa!
Actually, I can tell you right now off the top of my head.
Right off the top of my head.
Believe it or not, have it memorized.
That's the only number I actually have memorized. Besides a few
prove it.
Numbers.
Prove it. What's it?
If we weren't live, it'd be different. Because I just cut it out. All right, so we'll return to Insta questions later.
Yeah. Bop, bop, bop.
Alien 3?
Alien 3, let's fucking do it.
Alien 3!
All right, so this one.
Here we go.
1992, directed by, well, ultimately it was directed by David Fincher.
Directed by everybody.
Yeah, there's a whole host of people that were part of this. Some of them got further than others.
Yeah.
And David Fincher is one of the, like, of course, like many people as a part of this is like, yeah, don't fucking, I don't, like, I disown it. I don't want anything. Like, fuck this. Fuck everything about it. Screenplay, it says David Giler, Walter Hill, and Larry Ferguson, but it's also like a shit ton of people. There were so many people.
Oh, yeah. Basically, all the execs at 20th Century Fox.
Yeah. Story ultimately by Vincent Ward, but again, like if you go through it, it's a hodgepodge of a million different ideas.
Yeah.
And then eventually they just kind of went, fuck it, let's just do this.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Of course, based on characters by Dan O'Bannon and Ronald Shusett. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Starring, let's get down to the cast. Would you believe that Sigourney Weaver is in this movie?
What?
Playing Ellen Ripley? Yeah, well, she is.
News to me.
Yep. Charles S. Dutton as Leonard Dillon.
Yep.
Now, Charles S. Dutton is he's not a name I recognize, but as soon as I seen him, I was like, oh, right, yeah. So he's like...
he was hamming it up hard.
I know, he's a hardcore character actor.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen him in the lead of anything, but every time I see him, I go, okay, all right.
Yeah.
I perk up. Charles Dance as Jonathan Clemens, who is a former inmate and now serves as facility doctor. A lot of people will know him from Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
But he's been in a shit ton of movies.
I know him from, well, Game of Thrones, obviously, but I vividly remember him from The Golden Child when I was growing up.
That's the one that I do. For me, it's always The Golden Child.
And Last Action Hero.
Even before Last Action Hero, it's always, and then I go, oh yeah, he was also in Last Action Hero.
Mm-hmm.
But I also saw Last Action Hero like years after it came out.
Oh, okay.
Right? And then of course King of Monsters, Godzilla King of Monsters. Yeah. But I will always tie him to The Golden Child. Also because it's just one of my favorite movies.
I love that movie so much.
It's so great. So great. Then we got Brian Glover as Harold Andrews, the prison warden. Fuck that guy. Ralph Brown is Francis Aaron, the assistant of fuck that guy. Paul McGann as Walter Golick. He's a mass murderer. You know.
Yeah.
Yep. Danny Webb, Robert Morse. Piece of shit.
Well, I mean, she's in the jail with a bunch of criminals.
Yeah. Then we've got
religious criminals.
Lance Henriksen as the voice of the damaged Bishop Android.
Yep.
But he also plays a character credited as Bishop 2, who is really just he's identified specifically as Michael Bishop Wayland.
Why would they call him Bishop 2 and not Bishops?
I don't know. I think it was just because Bishop 2 sounds cool, but I mean, obviously, like in the tie-in stuff, when they call him Michael Bishop Wayland, it makes more sense because, of course, he's part of the Wayland-Yutani bioweapons division. Also, fuck, piece of shit.
Fuck, piece of shit.
But anyone that's tied to the Wayland-Yutani, and of course, anything that centers around, we need these aliens to create an army of whatever the fuck, or bioweapons, or fuck them all, you know? Tom Woodruff Jr. as the alien known as Dragon. This one is different because it's a quadrupedal. Basically.
A quadrupedal.
Yeah, an animal, an alien on all fours.
Yep.
Pete Postlethwaite has... David Postlethwaite.
Yes, you just keep your last name, buddy.
Yeah, an inmate smarter than most who was killed by the alien.
I love that guy's acting.
Yeah, Holt McCallany. Actually, hold on a second. Is this who I'm thinking of? Oh, yes. He's great.
Yeah.
Plus, he's got one of those faces where you're like, you're the bad guy.
Oh, you're the bad guy.
And if you're a good guy, you go, oh my god, he was the good guy? I am so sorry I judged this book by its horrible, evil-looking cover.
After the Lost World Jurassic Park, Steven Spielberg said Pete Postlethwaite was one of the greatest actors alive.
Yeah, I remember you said that quote when we did the Lost World.
And he was a great actor.
Yeah.
Rest in peace.
McCallany as Junior, the leader of the group of inmates who attempted to rape Ripley.
Piece of shit?
Yeah.
Piece of shit.
Yeah. We've got Peter Guinness as Peter Gregor, one of the inmates who also attempts to rape Ripley, but he's bitten in the neck and killed by by the alien during the bait and chase sequence. Danielle Edmond as Rebecca Newt Jordan. The child Ripley forms a maternal bond because Carrie Henn was unable to reprise her role.
And why would she?
Too old for the part. Which makes sense because she would have been in cryogenics, so she wouldn't have aged. So
could have said her cryogenics broke down and she aged, but
then there's a bunch of actors and names for people that are just fodder, cannon fodder.
Oh,
of course,
Hai Ching played Company Man.
Yeah,
one Asian guy on the list doesn't get a character name.
Yeah, and then we've also got
the 90s
an archive picture of Michael Bain as Corporal Dwayne Hicks.
They actually got the archive photo in the cast.
That's, Wikipedia, right? So now we are running on an estimated budget of, they say 50 to 60 million.
Where? Oh, I know.
Yeah.
Post-production.
But I'm thinking, I would be surprised if it's like higher, like 100 million. Because, we're talking like people were getting paid to write these scripts that never were used. People were getting paid to be the director that ended up not being used. So they were just burning money here.
The screenwriters don't get paid too much.
Still, regardless. But anyway, so they're saying 50 to 60 mil. For the sake of argument, we'll round it up to 60 like I always do. Because when they do the variables, I'm like, just fucking, round up. Go fuck yourself.
50 to 60.
60. Box office was 159.8 million, which, okay. It made some money.
Some.
But, yeah.
Not many repeat viewings, I'm sure.
No, and for good reason. Because unfortunately, this is probably one of the most boring Alien movies I've ever watched.
It is.
And
I think I liked it more this time than any other time before because every time I watch Aliens, I'm watching them in order. I'm watching Aliens, Alien 3. So I'm watching Alien 3 right after Alien.
Oh, yeah, no.
This time I skipped the first two. I went right to Alien 3. And I was like, I get a little more enjoyment now. But it's easily the worst of the four.
Yeah.
I'm not including everything afterwards. But, yeah, it's wrong. And the CGI they use at times, it's shoddy. Like, the aliens looked better in Aliens and Alien Resurrection than they do here.
Yeah, I did like I will say it does hold up fairly well. Like it's okay.
Yeah.
The CG they didn't use as much CGI as you think.
Okay.
Believe it or not, because I looked into this, they actually used more practical effects than anything. So
why does the alien look like it's floating on an image at times?
Because they used rotoscope.
Oh God.
That's why.
Oh God.
And I actually was impressed by that because I was just like I don't think that's CGI. Some of it is like when it's moving fairly quickly. I think that's a CGI. But anyway, I actually thought the alien looked really good. Like
the alien itself, like the design of it, looked awesome.
I liked I also liked the idea of a bipedal or quadrupedal on all fours. I thought that was a cool little variation of it because
it came out of a dog.
Exactly. Like I liked the idea that they mimic the host to a degree, and that's why up until this point we've only seen bipedal. Right. So I was like, okay, well, that's cool. It's a nice little take. And also it furthers the lore a bit, right? Mm-hmm. So you can actually fuck around with things with visuals without people going like, because some people do this thing, but that would never happen because of the fucking biology. And you're just like, yeah, okay, we're talking about a fictional character.
Yeah.
Okay.
Idiots.
Yeah, Jesus Christ, like let it go.
Yeah.
But and also, it's still Geiger designs. You know what I mean? Like
the design. Yeah, the designs. Even the setting, like everything about the.
Hold on, before you get to that, I will say this. One of the coolest parts about the develop, though, originally the ship that they were going to be on was supposed to be like made of wood.
Oh.
Yeah, and like it got pretty close to almost being in the finished version.
Really?
The only reason why they didn't do it was because they said like it didn't really make any sense. Because it was supposed to be the ship was supposed to be a monastery, instead of a prison ship. So a monastery where they forego technology for the most part. So that's why it was going to be mostly made of wood.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, that sounds like a pretty cool visual, but obviously it wasn't because they went with this. But anyway, you were saying.
Set production was great.
Oh yeah.
Wow. Yeah. The people on the set did a great job. Costume design was great. As much as I don't want to say I don't care for the movie because it's a good movie. It's a good movie inside of a franchise full of great movies. And that's the problem.
Yeah.
Is that I have to compare it to that.
Unless,
and that's the same with the Predators, right? The Predators have a couple rough ones in the mix too.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. And like for me personally, and I said this when I got here, it changed my order because because when I first watched this, I was like, oh, like it had been a while since I seen like an Aliens movie, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it was new, and it was like I was like, oh, this is good, this is great, like I liked it. And then every time I watched it afterwards, I think I maybe watched it 3 or 4 times in between.
Yeah.
And I was like, I mean, okay, all right, like it's not, and I think you worded it perfectly where it's a good alien movie surrounded by like great alien movies, like just amazing, almost like some of the like the first 2 are masterpieces.
Oh, they're 2 of the best sci-fi movies ever made.
Exactly, and we talked about that in our previous Camcast, which we mentioned, and how like it's interesting because they're a part of the same franchise, but they're 2 very different movies.
Yeah,
one is definitely survival horror, suffocating, like, oh my god, holy shit. And then the next one is this like steroid up like action flick.
Yes.
But they still retain that suffocating like horror feeling,
that feel is
isolation where all of a sudden you're like you're not with the group, you're dead.
Yeah.
And then you get to this one, and I almost feel especially after watching Resurrection, I almost feel like they were trying to bring it back to the spirit of the first one.
Yeah.
Which I think is an odd move because, like, the second one was the big blockbuster smash hit.
Yeah, it was just as successful. The reviews were just as good.
Yeah. But,
so
like, I would say it's probably more successful because it would reach a broader audience.
Yes.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, because you go, like, it's a horror movie set in space and the alien, and some people will go, yeah, sign me up. Other people will go, yeah, I don't know how I feel about that, right? But then you go, but you also got fucking Space Marines. You say Space Marines.
I'm in.
You put space in front of anything. Yeah. Pretty much. Space Cowboy, I'm in. Space Marine, I'm in. Yeah. Space Gigolo, I'm in.
Space Dinosaurs.
Space Dinosaurs, I'm in.
I kind of want to see that.
Yeah, exactly. All of a sudden, I want to see what prehistoric dinosaurs look like on an alien planet, right?
Space Dinosaurs.
And the worst part about Alien 3, in my opinion, is that, like, it's not like the acting is bad. Like, it's all good, and they make a point of really selling that Ellen Ripley is, like, part and parcel with this franchise, and giving her reverence. It's just such a downer movie.
It is a downer movie.
It starts on a down note because, she lives.
And these 2 characters you loved are dead.
Exactly. And especially because you spent the last movie falling in love with both of these characters. Yeah. Like, I always like it because you don't immediately like Hicks right away.
Yeah.
If you rewatch it, you know that obviously, he's not a piece of shit douchebag. Mm-hmm. But it's not like you instantly go,
Yep.
Right? Because he's part of the Space Marines and they're all a bunch of fucking douchebags.
Yeah.
And then he turns out like he fucking gets it. And he's like, okay, all right. And of course, Newt, you're like, how the fuck does this girl survive? And then you get that attachment, and then you get that mother attachment with Ripley.
It's even more tragic because she survived on that planet with all these aliens alone.
Yeah,
and then
lost
she
her
dies
family
on this ship.
Yeah, and then,
while she's sleeping.
And you also get the flip side with Ripley, where because of cryogenics and stuff like that, like her daughter died.
Yeah.
While she was off in space.
Yeah.
Sleeping, and you're like, holy shit, right? So it starts off downer because it's like a 1-2 punch. Those 2 are dead.
Mm-hmm.
And you're like, oh, great, cool. He died off screen. Awesome, awesome. And then as you go through the movie, once you get to the point where you realize aliens inside her, you're like, holy shit. Like, are you kidding? And then, of course, like, she kills herself to end the franchise, essentially. Of course. No.
Yeah.
But whatever.
It's, I don't know.
If that ended the franchise, though, like, to be fair, like, if that ended the franchise, I would have been like, oh, okay, that's the worst way to go out.
Yeah, no shit.
That's the absolute worst way to go out.
That's how you end the franchise. And why would you end the franchise? It's like super successful. Why would you be like, yeah, let's kill it?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, like, don't get me wrong, moving the franchise beyond Ripley, has to happen.
It's got to happen.
You know, like well, at this point now, the only way they can do it is without. They've been trying without her.
Yeah,
but like Covenant's a bad example because Covenant was a course correction for Prometheus.
Yeah.
So there's two big things holding down Covenant to begin with. One was the disappointment of Prometheus and how that shook out, which, to be honest with you, they should never have said it was an Aliens movie.
No.
It would have been a much better movie if you didn't think it was an Aliens movie. And also, make the scientists smarter. They did a lot of stupid shit. Hey, we're on an alien planet. Helmet off.
Yeah.
Oh, luckily I can breathe the atmosphere. Okay. All right. But yeah, so it's like overall, it's tough because, I mean, like you said, it's an all right movie.
It's an all right movie.
It's not one that I will.
It's got some of the most iconic imagery. I mean, in the whole series.
Well, yeah.
Like that shot of her and the alien right here. I mean, that's...
And then, like, just caresses her.
I know. When I think Aliens as a whole, the series,
I have to
that image comes to my mind all the time.
You can't, and it like the fucking double jaw comes out, and then it's just like...
Yeah.
You're like, oh. Yeah. And, of course, Bald Ripley.
And Bald Ripley, she looked awesome.
Yeah. Fuck you, G.I. Jane.
Yeah, Sigourney
This
Weaver.
bitch did it first.
Sigourney Weaver was high. I mean, there's no doubt. My problem with her having an alien side of her is that it made her safe from the alien attacking her because it was a queen, right?
Yeah.
And with her safe, I didn't really give a shit because I hated all the other characters.
And you were supposed to, too.
Alien, I love that crew. Aliens, I love that crew.
Oh, yeah.
Alien 3, I only like Ripley. She's safe. So it takes away all the suspense and threat.
All the stakes, yeah, you're right. I never thought of it like that, and you're right, because
I don't give a fuck what happens to these people.
At the end, when it's like chasing her,
like
it's not really chasing her, it's just trying to get away.
Yeah.
That's it. So yeah, you're right. You're right. That does kind of rob it. And like I said too, like it's not the one that I'll go, oh, you know what I haven't seen in a while? Alien 3.
Mm-hmm.
No, that does not happen. It's you know what I haven't seen in a while? Aliens.
I do need to watch the other cut of it. I still haven't watched.
Yeah, the assembly line cut. I want to watch. Apparently, like it's longer.
Apparently, it's longer, but it's way better.
That's all I've ever seen. Like Wikipedia says the same thing. Like everyone says it is longer, but surprisingly, it doesn't feel longer. It actually feels like a more fleshed out movie.
Yeah.
And you're like, okay.
Yeah, I gotta watch that.
All right, so that is on my watch list.
Maybe I'll appreciate it more.
Well, I think it's the assembly cut that you'll appreciate more, not the original cut that we got.
Right.
So again, it's just it'll be like the Batman v Superman thing where you're just like I'll always say the extended cut is the best version, but again, it's not like it's like a fucking amazing. it's just better than what we got.
It's better,
You know, and I consider it two different movies, just like Snyder Cut. Snyder Cut, it's not a perfect movie, the Justice League Snyder Cut. It's not perfect by any means, but it is infinitely better than what we got.
Yeah.
So actually, so much better.
Way better.
God,
way better. So yeah, I mean,
I mean that's
Alien
that's
3.
pretty much it. Like,
it's not bad.
Yeah,
it's definitely not great.
It would be like the Predator for me.
The Predator,
like kind of like that.
See, the Predator's to me, the Predator's a good Predator movie. It's just not a great Predator movie.
Yeah. Whereas I'm like, yeah, but if you take out all the Predator elements, it's not a movie.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. That's my big thing, and also because like it is okay, but it's like this where it's just like it's not gonna be one of the movies where I go, you know what I haven't seen in a while? The Predator.
The Predator.
But all strangely enough, I do get a hankering to see the Predators every once in a while.
Yeah,
because I'm like,
that's an awesome movie though.
It is a really good movie.
That's a good
I
movie.
still love the part where they're realizing it's a prison planet.
Yeah,
and then they're looking at Topher Grace and they're like, so wait. If we're all bad people, like, what did you? And then he's like, well, I'm a doctor, and I just, I really like poisons and stuff like that. And just suddenly just switches, and you're just like, holy shit!
You're crazy.
You're a fucking creepy, crazy goddamn. No wonder you're here. I would have liked to see more of him. Other than that, though, it wasn't great. It was one of those where I was surprised at how well how much I liked it.
Yeah.
Because I was just like, I don't know how I feel about this. We're changing the lore and we're introducing predator dogs, and that's not good for anyone. But
Predator dog.
But it is better than the Predator, so I'll give it that.
Yeah.
In my opinion. But yeah, so I mean, Alien 3 is a movie.
There's Alien 3. Let us know what you thought of Alien 3.
Exactly. And
down below in the comments right now, whichever.
Yeah, however you want to do it. Let us know.
Do it.
All right.
Do it. Well, we'll take a break, and we'll head on over to giveaway time.
You waited until I was sipping some tea for that
one.
Yeah, giveaway time. There you go.
There it is. Good. Good. All right. So, giveaway number 1 is this bad boy right here. The Alien 3 unproduced first draft screenplay by William Gibson.
Oh shit.
Yeah, this is a novel. I have this novel.
Oh yes, that's right. I wanted to check this out.
Yeah.
Oh, too bad I can't wait.
And the cover art's amazing.
Oh, the cover art's incredible. Like holy fuck.
Yeah.
Holy fuck.
So we're giving this away to one lucky winner. You guys stick around to the end to find out how you can win.
Look at you.
Look at me. Look at me. But that is prize number 1 that we will be giving away.
Okay. Cool.
Cool. Now we go on to Instaquestions.
Instaquestions, where you ask and we answer.
Favorite Alien sequel?
Aliens 2. Or
yeah, Aliens.
Aliens, yeah. That's
if we're not talking aliens.
Yeah, if that's off the board,
probably Resurrection.
Yeah, if Aliens is off the board,
and I'm thinking like I'm putting in Prometheus and Covenant and in the AVPs.
I don't count AVPs.
You don't count AVPs.
I don't count them on either franchise. I really don't.
They're just floating out there on their own.
If you count them, awesome. Like good for you. That's great. If you like them, also good for. I feel for you. Like I don't know how.
So.
Yeah, I don't count those. But yeah, if Aliens is off the board, I would say Resurrections too. I have to say yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
But also, Aliens can't be off the board.
Yeah, it's Aliens.
Yeah, it's Aliens. It's hands down.
Favorite food?
Lasagna. I'd have to say lasagna.
Lasagna, wow.
Yeah.
I'm a pizza guy.
I'm a pizza guy too.
I could eat pizza every day.
I could also eat lasagna every day.
And pierogies.
Pierogies.
You give me a plate of 2 dozen pierogies, and I'll just cover it in sour cream and cottage cheese, and I'll go to town.
Yeah, same. It's tough. Yeah, it's really tough.
I love carbs.
If gun to my head though, that's the tough part. Gun to my head.
Okay, you're in jail. You're dying tomorrow. This is your last meal. What are you choosing?
Honestly, it's gonna be like fucking lasagna and pierogies.
Lasagna and pierogies?
Those are the two, yeah.
Maybe bring you some frozen lasagna and some chimo pierogies, and you're like, you sons of bitches.
No, the joke's on them. It'd have to be like lasagna made by my wife.
Yeah?
Yeah. And because I'm in jail, she's probably dead, so that'd be the twist. I'd be like, are you gonna have to make it based on her recipe?
Well, they're still gonna kill you whether you get your lasagna or not.
What did I do, actually? I'm more intrigued as to figure out
how did I get here?
To get in this situation.
Well, you were a doctor and you like poison.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
All right. And then I killed like bad people.
Yeah.
But
people
still,
yeah,
because you're still killing people.
You're still killing.
Yeah. What's that Batman line? Like, even if you kill all the murderers in the world, there'll still be one murderer.
Yeah.
And it's you.
It's
because you killed them all. It's always like
clever Batman.
Oh, Batman.
Dream director for an Alien movie.
You know what? Honestly, Ridley Scott, obviously.
Again?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'd like to see him finish his trilogy.
Yeah, because he was supposed to be. He was one of the guys that was supposed to be there for Alien 3.
Yep.
As of right now, like for today's, you know what who's the director for Alive? Or Life? Sorry, Life.
Oh, Life. Fuck, I don't know who did that, but they would be great at doing an Alien movie for sure.
Because like that. For me, like I was watching that, and I was like, it would be fucking hilarious if that was an Alien prequel.
Yeah,
because like I was like, holy fuck, like there's a lot of.
I still say it should have been a Venom prequel.
Oh, 100%.
It was Sony doing it. You would have put out a movie called Life, and then you're like surprised it was a Venom prequel. I would have been like, oh,
like by the end of the movie, if it started to turn black,
yeah,
that was
that would have been crazy.
I would have.
I don't know why they didn't do that.
I would have like honestly backflipped out of my fucking chair, like what? This is a Venom fucking movie?
I know.
And then we get like the Tom Hardy Venom.
Yeah,
but it's like brutal.
Mm-hmm.
It's not trying to be like a black comedy.
Yep.
Ugh.
That'd be awesome.
And then, of course, he wouldn't come out in the second one.
We're getting an R-rated Kraven, but Carnage was PG-13.
Actually, to be fair, Venom is way more popular than Kraven.
Yeah.
So
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
But still.
You know what? It's gonna bug me, but I think that would probably be my a lot of dream questions in this one, eh?
Yeah, we're very dreamy. For me, it's still Neil Blomkamp. I still want to see his film made.
Daniel Espinosa.
Oh, okay. What else is he done?
I'm doing it right now.
Okay.
I was just like, I don't recognize that name. But I also agree with Blomkamp because he was.
Oh yeah, he had all the storyboards and shit drawn up for his Alien movie that was going to take place after Aliens.
Believe it or not.
What?
He was the director for the superhero film and modern classic Morbius.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, he's the reason why it's Morbin time.
Damn it.
I know, I was
so
like...
his follow-up to Life was a movie that actually includes Venom?
Yeah.
Weird.
I know, I did not expect that. But I would be all right with him if he did that.
I mean, still,
because Life was so good.
Yeah, Life was a great movie.
So fucking good.
Yeah.
But I would also take Neil Blomkamp because I really like Blomkamp or whatever.
Blomkamp.
He's one of those ones where he is hit and miss.
Yeah.
But when he hits, fuck, does he ever hit hard?
Oh, he hits him out of the park.
Like District 47 or whatever.
District 9.
District 9. Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah.
Fucking crazy.
Awesome movie. Elysium was a great movie. Not as good.
The premise was really good.
Yeah, Chappie kind of fell off.
The sci-fi aspects of it, like the visuals, also really good. The story could have been a bit better.
Mm-hmm.
Could have been, but overall, I was still like, this is actually really good.
Yeah.
I didn't even bother watching Chappie.
No,
it was tough because fucking what's his face, the ninja rap group that was in there.
It's a Diane Antwoord 2-hour music video.
That's
when
I saw that it was Diane Antwoord and what's her face.
Yeah,
I was like, and then I heard they were in the entire movie.
They're in the whole movie.
I was like,
but you also get to see Hugh Jackman with the mullet,
which I mean. It's tough. It's tough. And then you get to see like an updated version of Johnny Five, right?
Yeah.
So really, like
Sigourney Weaver's also in that.
Yeah.
No, it was decent. But watch his shorts. You watch his shorts online?
No, I haven't.
Holy fuck! Watch his shorts.
Yeah. Okay.
But watch our shorts first.
Always and forever.
Geek shorts. All right, we'll take a break from the Instaquestions for a beat. I go to hide that, and I'm going to pull up these. All right, boom.
All right, boom.
Alien Resurrection.
All right, this one
97
came out. 1997. Was directed by Jean-Pierre Jeunet, who did the Delicatessen, The City of Lost Children, Amelie, and Alien Resurrection. What a weird movie.
That's a weird. Let's follow up Amelie with Alien Resurrection.
Because even after that, it's like Very Long Engagement, Micmacs.
He's like,
young and prodigious.
I feel uncomfortable in this genre. I'm going to go back to what I know.
Yeah. All right, so now we've got this is surprisingly a big cast too.
I think this is probably my favorite cast of all.
The cast is fucking
like this is a stacked cast.
Yeah,
just awesome.
I mean, again, you've got Sigourney Weaver as they call her Ellen Ripley, but it's
number 8.
Number 8, the only successful clone of her and the Alien Queen. My only issue with the cloning part was that they okay, fine, like they cloned her from the blood that she had on in the previous movie, which I was like, okay, that's cool that they tested that out. But it's weird that they were able to clone her, but also clone the Queen inside of her as if it was normally gestating. That was, and I was like, okay, but it's it's a movie.
Yeah. It's a movie.
And it's a sci-fi movie. And we're dealing with aliens and obviously cloning. So
there's weird shit going on.
Yeah. So you can kind of let it go. But also I liked the fact that like the strength, the reflexes, the acid blood, and even just the sensing of all, like not just the aliens, but also just the shit too. Like she fucking got powered up.
Oh yeah.
Powered up.
Yeah.
And also she looked badass in this movie.
She looked, oh man. Everything was awesome.
Yeah.
Like the wet hair look and the fucking ass kicker clothes.
And then we've got what's her face? I don't know if you know who this person is. Winona Ryder.
Oh,
talking about childhood crushes,
right?
Like Jesus,
and she's still gorgeous.
Beetlejuice. Fell in love with her.
Yep.
Beetlejuice. Then I watched another movie. I'm not sure if you heard of it. Edward Scissorhands.
Yes.
And it just hammered it home.
Yeah.
How much. I'm like, I have to marry her.
I love you.
I have to marry her.
Yeah.
Annalie Call, the newest crew member of the Betty ship. Okay. Dominique, I'm not sure why you got the higher billing on this one. Dominic Pinot as Dom Freeze.
That's weird.
The Betty's mechanic and a paraplegic.
Yep.
Ron Perlman as Ron Johnner.
Ron Johnner.
Just fucking call him Ron Perlman. Mercenary member of the Betty's crew.
Yep.
Gary Dordan is Gary Christie, the first mate and second in command of the Betty. He's actually been one of those like actors that I see every once in a while. I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
I never know who he is, but when I recognize him. And then we've got one of the greatest thespians of our time, underrated actor, never gets the credit that he's due.
Never.
Michael fucking Top Dollar Wincock. I said cock, but it's Wincott. Son of a bitch. I was on a roll.
You were rolling it. Top Dollar Wincock.
Yeah, the best part is that when I was because I watched this before I came here.
Yeah. Oh, did you just today?
Because for some reason last night, I was like, why don't I just watch the F Word or that the fucking Bill Burr cartoon on Netflix?
Oh, interesting.
Which is great. I like it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I blew 2 hours watching that instead of this. But anyway, so I heard him speak.
Yeah, before
and I went,
see him.
Oh shit!
I forgot Wincott was in this.
So did I. I totally didn't. And then I immediately was like,
Wincott and Perlman in one movie together?
Fuck, man. He shouldn't have died so soon. Spoilers. He dies almost immediately.
That was a bummer.
And then we've got Kim Flowers as Sabra Hillard, the assistant pilot and a romantic life partner, depending on your terminology, with Top Dollar.
Are they really romantic, though? I mean, he really just massaged your feet.
At the beginning, though, there was a light caress of her chest, and they heavily implied that they were together.
All right.
But he did really go to town on her feet. Like she looked like she.
I think
really
that scene was shot by Quentin Tarantino for sure.
he was just a supervisor.
Just a supervisor.
Yeah. Although I thought it was kind of funny.
I'll be the PA for that day.
Like they made a big point of showing her ass in that.
Yeah.
That scene, and nice ass. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah,
but it was like he's already going to town on her feet. We didn't need. But also we did get like mangled clone titty too, so they were playing fast. Yeah, I know.
That whole scene was just it just got grosser and grosser.
Yeah, and then we've got Dan Hedaya.
Love this guy too.
I know. I was like, oh shit, you're in this movie, and he should have lived a little bit longer.
Oh yeah.
But
the way he goes out is awesome.
I loved that they included a scene in his wife beater, so you could see the giant tufts of white hair. I
suddenly never felt so bad. Myself.
I was like, if anything, Kenneth should feel like, okay, well, that's as long as it's not like that. Yeah, like, they had a life of their own.
Oh, those things were,
we got J.E. Freeman as Dr. Mason Wren, one of the evil pieces of shits that are like, we need to make an army of Ripley clones, but also use the aliens for bioweapons, and they argue like they always say cures too, like cures for diseases. And it's like, no, you just want to mess with
weapons. That's all you want. You want weapons.
And then, shockingly enough, Brad Dourif.
I know. I forgot he was in this too.
So did I. And then I was like, fucking rights, he's in this. And then I forgot how unbelievably creepy he was in this movie.
Horribly creepy in this.
He wants to make out with the fucking alien.
Yeah.
And he was trying.
Oh yeah.
He's Dr. Jonathan Gettiman. We've got another great actor who I forgot was in this movie, Raymond Cruz. I think he's a great actor, even though like he's been in a shit ton of things, but he's never anything other than just
a background character,
Mexican guy.
Mexican guy number 3.
But at least here he is actually pretty cool. Like he starts off as a seasoned soldier.
Yep.
Yes sir, no sir. To like, man, fuck you, we're gonna die.
Yeah.
I know. I was just like, when he goes, respectfully, sir, no, we got to get off this plane. I was like, yeah, buddy. We got Leland Orser as Larry Purvis. Mm-hmm. This character was actually the one major issue I had with this movie.
Oh, okay.
One major issue. Then we've got Carolyn Canlis, an anesthesiologist, a bunch of doctors,
scientists, and soldiers. Oh, soldier with glove.
Yeah, I know. I was like, wait, what?
Soldier shot through helmet. Oh man, these names are funny.
Yeah. Although we got Tom Woodruff Jr. as the lead alien.
Yep. The
alien queen and the newborn. So he's reprising, not necessarily reprising his role, but a similar role from Alien 3. It's actually kind of interesting in this set. There's much more like a dog. It's got dog legs and a more pointed nose and more vicious mouth. Okay. All right. That's about Joan LaBarbera as the newborn voice, and also Archie Hahn as the newborn voice, and Steve Gilborn as the father voice, the artificial intelligence system of the USM Auriga. Okay.
Faja.
Yeah, the Faja.
Faja.
The Maja and the Faja.
The Maja and the Faja.
So then we've got, this one has a budget of $70 million.
Yep.
Box office $161.4 million.
So did better than Alien 3.
Yeah, did better, and with a higher budget too.
Mm-hmm.
Not much better, but enough, and for good reason. Because like I remember when this movie first came out, and I watched it, and I remember thinking to myself, like I don't know what it was, but I was just not feeling it.
Yeah,
I was not feeling it, and I think I was like, I think part of it, and I look back at it now, I think part of it is because for a good chunk of the movie, it doesn't feel like an Aliens movie. Yes, there's aliens in it, and there's the corporation, but it's something else, that the SS military.
Yeah, because it's like 200 years in the future now.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I can't really put my finger on it, but when I was watching it this time around, I literally, like, within minutes, I was like, well, this is certainly much better than Alien 3, and like it was literally one of those where like every other time I watched it, I was like, where was your head? Because like this is great.
Yeah.
Like it's an awesome movie.
It's an awesome movie. I enjoyed the hell out of it.
Yeah, and like and so now I'm looking back, and again I think like Alien 3 was their attempt to recreate the success of Alien.
Yeah.
Which, I mean,
failed.
Horrible fail.
And why would you try to recreate it?
Well, I don't know. But anyway, so horrible fail, and then Resurrection
is them trying to get back to aliens,
right? Because this is like a melding of both haunting atmosphere horror, but obviously the action is dialed up more, and it's more of an action movie than it is
a whole crew together.
A suspenseful horror, But I will say that in terms of this group and the group from Aliens, it's tough because I love everyone on the main crew.
Yeah,
I thought they were all great, but I mean, you don't have Bill Paxton. Yeah,
right away.
So that's strike one. You don't have Michael Biehn.
Mm-hmm.
That's strike two. You don't have the Vasquez character. I mean, we don't need to have the Vasquez character.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I guess Kim Flowers was kind of supposed to be.
Yeah.
But you don't have that, so that's strike three. And if this was baseball, you're out.
Mhm.
But I mean, yeah,
But we
Ron
had-
fucking Perlman,
Ron Perlman, Michael Wincott.
and Michael Wincott,
So you got a crew. You got Winona Ryder.
and you got Winona Ryder.
You got a paraplegic
Yeah,
who drives like a motorized tank thing.
which I thought was awesome.
It was
And
awesome.
Though
he really needs to figure out a system for his gun so it doesn't take so long to put
I know,
together.
I was one of those things where I was like,
motherfucker.
holy shit, like how many pieces
Yeah.
is this, right? But when I was watching Alien, it reminded me of one of the things I like about sci-fi movies though is when they do, it's almost like an industrial style.
Yeah.
Like Event Horizon had this too, where like it's almost like this is poor people with spaceships.
Yeah.
Right? Like it's not like Star Trek where they're sleek and there's like computer board, like obviously like high level, like advanced future. And then you're like, yeah, this is a future, but this is very like low level, high tech. If you get what I'm saying, right? Like, and then not just because of the technology of the special effects, just in general. Like obviously, we're talking like Alien 1 and 2.
Yeah.
That's a product of its time. But then when you get into like 97, well, now you've got more special effects that you can do and stuff like that, and they still go for that gritty, like I said, industrial style. And I always like that. And I think with horror movies set in space, it's almost like it has to be that.
It has to. Event Horizon.
Like Event Horizon is
Sunshine.
Still, I mean, Sunshine too. Like even though the last half hour of Sunshine really
falls off. The first three quarters,
the bed so fucking
first three
hard.
quarters is so good.
That's the worst part about Sunshine. Is that
I know.
The first like 3/4 of that movie, you're like,
right?
I want to eat. This is crazy. Like what the? And then you get to the last half of that last chunk,
trippy.
And the second you get to that, you're like, what is this? But no, they keep shoving it in your mouth.
I watched it again last year, and I'm watching it, and I was like, what the fuck is wrong with me? This movie's amazing. And then it got to the end, and I was like, oh, there it is.
I did the exact same thing. There it is. Oh, wait.
There it is.
That's right. That's right. I forgot we got to this part.
Yeah.
And so now it's one of those where I'm like, do I really want to watch this movie? And the answer, unfortunately,
turn it off.
Is no.
Yeah.
Well, no, because then it's an unfinished movie, right?
Oh, it's just so good. It's so.
Yeah.
Oh.
But
man.
so yeah, it just adds to that. But like Resurrection, like I said, I don't know what was in my head because now I'm like, this is fucking great. This is fucking awesome. I enjoyed every inch of it except for that fucking character. The second they realized he had a fucking alien in his chest, why would you bring him with you?
Yeah.
Fucking kill. And the Ripley of all people should have said, no, you don't understand. We have to kill him.
Mm-hmm,
and like even put her hand right through his fucking chest, grab the baby alien while it's incubating, rip it out, and literally say, I'm sorry, but this has to be done. Rip, kill it, bite the head off, do whatever, something. That'd be badass. And then that's it.
I loved how like Ron Perlman seemed like a character he was going to like have a problem with Ripley, but it ended up respecting her
because she kicked the fuck out of him every chance.
Yeah,
every fucking chance.
I know. So like when she's like, "No, we're going to bring him with us." Ron Perlman, if she wasn't there, would have just been like, "Fuck that," and shot the guy. So he's like, "Okay, Ripley, let's do it."
Yeah,
but do everything you want, Ripley.
Yeah, that was the only part in the whole movie where I was like, why?
Though the way he kills that bad guy was awesome.
Yeah, it was.
That was fucking awesome.
It was.
Yeah.
And at least that thing was killed fairly quickly.
Yeah.
But it just made no sense. Like aside, because it was one of those where somebody went, we got this fucking cool scene, but we can't do it here. We have to save it for closer to the end.
Yeah.
So you're right. But still, what the fuck?
Yeah.
What the fuck, guys?
I hear that. Yeah, no, for sure.
The other part too was I forgot that Call was an android.
Me too.
But I remembered there was something about her. I was like, there's something, and I couldn't. And I was like, and then when the reveal happened, I was like, how the fuck did you not remember she's an android?
Yeah.
Second gen, where like they're even better than the originals. And the fact that they took out their own fucking central, so they couldn't like wirelessly upload to shit, and the programming to care about people. I was like, oh, this is crazy. This is so cool. But yeah, the movie is fucking great. Like,
it's great. There's a lot of stuff I really enjoyed it. I loved how the aliens that were locked up killed that one to use its blood to get out.
So cool.
That was so cool.
And the best part was how they did it too, because they had like the two were like, "Rrr,"
yeah,
and then he was like, ah, and then it was just like,
why me?
And they're like, well, I mean, we sound like this, and
Yeah.
you sound like this, so yeah, you're dead.
Dead.
And they did, and they got out. But I also liked, well, even just little things like fucking Brad Dourif was like teaching it to hate the button, right?
Yeah.
So he's like, huh? And the thing is just like, She's like, yeah, you learn pretty quickly, eh? And then almost immediately, fucking rips up the floor.
Yeah.
He goes in, because that's a genius thing to do.
Yeah.
Goes in, they grab him, and then go around so that when the Marine goes in to like check shit out, press the button.
The button.
Oh, look at the button. I pressed that button.
You frozen, bitch.
Oh, that was a pretty rough scene, too.
Yeah.
Like in his hand, and then it rips off.
Yeah.
Every time I see like liquid nitrogen and stuff like that with people, I'm always like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Then you get that great Dan Hedaya part where it blows out the back of his head.
Oh yeah.
And she's like, oh.
That part, I was like, there was no need for him to take a chunk of his brain out.
Yeah.
And slapsticky. But of course, it's Dan Hedaya, so
yeah, it's going to be slapsticky.
it is going to be slapsticky. So yeah. But fuck, it's so good.
The swimming, I love the swimming.
That part was awesome. That whole sequence was awesome.
Oh man!
And it's just
and it looks so good too.
Just gliding through the water, not really in a hurry because it knows
you're all dead.
And then when it got Kim Flowers, I can't remember what her name was, but anyway, we got her. I was just like, well, I mean, she's gonna has to die.
You're all gonna die eventually.
Yeah, exactly. So. Yeah.
The
other part that actually got me though was when the dude had what's his face on his back.
Oh yeah.
You know, and then like flipped over, so of course he's holding on, and then he starts like going to cut it, and you're like, oh shit, like that's so bad because you're like the only guy that seemed to have honor.
Yeah.
You know, but he had to die.
He had
to die so that others could live, and that's why he did it.
That's a really good movie.
Yeah.
Written by Joss Whedon.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Which, I mean, you could tell with the dialogue and stuff.
Yeah.
They're quippy and witty and just...
That, like, almost everything that Ron Perlman said, I was like, if it was anyone other than Ron Perlman, I'd be like, fuck this guy.
Yeah.
Because, some of the lines were pretty shitty. I really, really liked the weirdness of Ripley.
Me too.
Like, because it's Ripley, but it's not Ripley.
Yeah.
But also, not just the powers, like we talked about the power-ups, but just, like, even the, like, fuck, when Call was going to kill her.
Yeah.
And she's just like, you can't stop anything. Like, you can't stop them. You're all dead.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah, it was just...
Anyway.
Sigourney played that off great.
Yeah. Oh, so great.
Like, it was the character we know, but not.
Yeah, it was the best way to do Ripley without having it be Ripley.
Yeah.
You know, and I like that it's like, okay, well, Ripley's dead.
Yeah.
Like, Ripley's officially dead. She's done. This version of Ripley. Although, do they ever talk about what happened after? I don't... Because Covenant's a sequel to Prometheus.
Yeah, but Prometheus takes place before Alien.
Yeah, exactly.
So
Covenant probably
takes place before Alien as well.
Yeah, so they wouldn't touch upon her.
Yeah.
So maybe the next movie touch upon...
Well, that's why I was like, if Neil Blomkamp could come back and do something with Ripley, that'd be
well,
great.
especially because, like, he had... Sigourney Weaver was on board with his pitch.
Oh, Michael Biehn was on board.
They were all in.
The girl that played Newt, the original girl that played Newt, was on board.
All in.
Yeah.
They were all in. And then, what is it, Sony? Or who owns Fox? Fox was just like, meh.
Yeah, well, Fox is kind of like him and hawing about, and then they got bought by Disney.
Yeah.
And that killed it.
Yeah. Which...
Done. Actually, I think it was actually Ridley Scott that was like against it. Because he was like, no, it's going to fuck with my series.
Yes, that's right. That's exactly
what it was. What held it up.
That's right. Because it was going to fuck with his prequel trilogy or whatever they were planning on doing.
Yeah.
But to be fair, Covenant was only done the way it was because of how poorly received Prometheus was.
Right.
So, because, like, I guarantee you the plan was that by movie 3, that's when we actually see the official Alien as we know it.
Yes.
Not Covenant.
Yeah.
That was a rush job to begin with.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, I mean, to be fair, the alien looked pretty cool.
It looked cool. I enjoy Covenant.
It's all right.
I really want to see a third movie though in that series. I wish you could finish it.
Yeah. But then again, Prometheus would have had to been infinitely better than what it was.
I like Prometheus.
I like it when I don't think of it as an Aliens movie.
Right, and I never really did.
I never really did either, and I still think they shot themselves in the foot by saying this was an Aliens prequel.
But everyone was just like, "Oh, the engineers are in it. It's an alien movie." And Ridley Scott was like, "No, it's an engineer movie."
Yeah,
it's in the same universe, but it's not an alien movie.
But even the marketing, like he should have had a little bit more.
He really pushed it. Yeah, I mean, like even the opening credits were done like Alien. Yeah. So,
and even like the way the other part too is it's a longer movie than it needed to be.
Mm.
You know, so like Alien was a slow moving movie, but it's only like 2 hours long.
Yeah,
if that.
Yeah,
right. This one is like
getting into 2.5.
2.5.
Yeah,
and you're like, oh, this movie's still on. Oh, I don't care.
Mm-hmm.
And they didn't do enough, I feel, in my opinion, to make it interesting to really get to the point where the aliens were made.
Right.
So I think if directors had a time machine, they should use it and kind of go like, oh yeah, we probably should fuck around, tinker around with this, which is unfortunate because Fassbender's character was incredible.
Oh, I love Fassbender's character.
And
is it? And Noomi Rapace.
It is Noomi Rapace.
I thought she was great too, and that's the worst part about Covenant too.
Yeah,
Covenant did to her what fucking Alien 3 did to fucking
exactly. But again, it's like it was a course correction, but it was too much.
Yeah,
you know, they should first of all they shouldn't have called it Alien Covenant.
Mm-hmm.
It should have been Prometheus 2.
Yeah,
and it could have been
Covenant, whatever you want to call it.
Prometheus Covenant.
Yep.
You know, and it should have been more closely to Prometheus's style.
Yep.
And slowly get into more of an alien movie. So, like I said, by the third, now we're getting into more of an alien type movie.
Covenant should have been the third. There should be another movie in between there.
Yeah, exactly. If you're gonna do it that way, then yes, you're right. Like there should have been another, like a second movie, and obviously Fassbender all the way through.
Yeah,
all the way through.
Absolutely.
And then of course you could have a little bit tighter loop to tie it to Alien. But in any event, so I guess like. For me, it would be, it would be like Alien, like I said, then Aliens, then Resurrection, then Covenant. No, sorry. Yeah, I would say then Covenant, then Prometheus, then Alien 3.
That'd be me.
Yeah, I don't.
Alien 3 is at the bottom.
I don't count AVP. I never will. Ever on either franchise ever.
Yeah, ever.
I mean, again, it's the same old story. Like. You like them, great.
Yep.
You don't like them, great.
I enjoy the hell out of all.
You know, if you have them in your continuity, fine.
Yep.
You know, you don't have to explain yourself to me. It is what it is. I choose not to because on their own, they're all right movies.
Yeah.
Right? Because I mean, they're fucking popcorn movies.
They're popcorn movies. That's all they
about aliens versus predators and humans.
And that's it.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
So. All you really need to do is know the lore of each set of characters, like each alien.
Yep. And
then, okay, fine. But to tie them into the other movies, I'm like, oh, no, you can't because fuck that shit.
Yeah, fuck that.
Stand
on their own.
The Predator part is the easiest to tie into because they're on Earth, and they have a history of going to Earth for some fucking reason. But also, for some reason, humans seem to be their kryptonite.
Yeah.
These things kill aliens as a rite of passage.
Yeah. And
yet they go to Earth and they get bitch slapped every fucking time
by the fleshiest, least dangerous fucking. I mean,
in fact, like even the only reason we're the top of the food chain is because we were smart enough to make weapons that animals couldn't fucking fight with.
Yeah.
If it's just us against animals, we die every time. Every fucking time.
Yeah.
Like fuck. Like apes will rip our faces off.
Fucking apes.
You know, like I've seen like some pictures of people that just got mauled by apes, you know? But anyway.
I mean, ants kill us.
Allergies. Allergies for some people are the silent killer, right?
Dandelions kill us.
But predators show up,
Yeah.
but it's like, no, we got this.
We got
we fucking got this shit. We got this shit.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh,
but
fuck.
I will. And the other thing I like, at least with Alien though, is they rarely ever treat the alien itself as something that they're going to kill.
Yeah.
It's always, we got to get the fuck away from this thing, and just like, and it has to be almost like an Event Horizon type explosion to fucking wipe these things out.
Yeah.
I guess it's that was kind of one thing that did cheapen that they did actually have weapons that were destroying aliens in one shot.
Yeah.
Which I was like, but at the same time, we're also dealing with 12 plus, because of course they kept multiplying because they were fed after midnight and they got wet or whatever. Oh wait, that's a different movie. Another great movie that we've done a camcast on.
We did, yeah. Gremlins, good camcast.
But I do like saying phrases like that because you always you pick out the dorks that are older. Because as soon as you say something like, well, I don't know, they probably like were fed after midnight or got wet or something, and someone goes, and then you go, yeah, and they go, yeah. If they reference the second movie, then I'm like, we can't be friends.
Yeah.
They're like, I really love the new batch. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Why can't we be friends?
We can't,
you like Gremlins too.
Yeah, that's right.
But just like Resurrection, one last thing, that creepy ass human, half human alien design
with the penis. What the fuck?
Holy fuck, that thing was weird.
Everything about it was fucking weird.
It was creepy,
even without the penis.
Its little nose,
but it was nose. Just. But it was kind of fucking neat though that it was birthed.
Yeah,
I thought that was kind of cool. Like an interesting twist where they were like, well, because the cloning process was so successful, it actually has a womb now. And you're like, oh, gross. But it's one of those where it's a cool idea, but it also immediately robs the aliens of the face hugger and the eggs, because that's horrifying.
Yeah,
that is absolutely horrifying. Never mind that the face hugger design is just fucking gross. Like, multi-finger spider-like design, and then it just gets on your face, and then you ingest the egg. Like, oh,
vagina with legs.
Yeah, exactly. So that robs it of that, but it was a cool idea. And then for it to come out and go, yeah, you're not my mom, and kills the fucking queen, and then goes, you're my mom,
mommy,
you're my mom.
Yeah,
you know, like, oh fuck, that's probably one of the creepiest redesigns.
It's horror, just not horribly creepy, horrifically creepy.
Yeah,
it's and then the way she kills it, where it's just like, just fucking oozing out the whole. Oh, that was gross and kind of sad.
That's
mommy, why you do this to me?
What I did, that was another thing. Like, it's not so much like, it's not a minus or anything. It's just like, don't try and make me sympathize with the aliens.
Yeah,
like, I'm sure that's an alien human hybrid thing, but don't make me try to make me sympathize or feel any sort of empathy for these things. You know, especially because like, I love how the corporation dudes are always just like, yeah, we're gonna just take them to Earth. It's like, the history has told you.
And this is 200 years now, so you guys have known about this for hundreds of years.
Yeah, like at this point, there's no excuse for you to sit there and say, yeah, we absolutely need to bring these things to Earth.
Yeah.
No, don't. Leave them in the fucking space.
Leave them alone.
Yeah.
Crazy humans.
That's where I'm at. That's my list. My list. It's rare that you and I have a very same list.
Yeah, my list is the same.
Yeah. But
but I mean, like, again, it, like we talked about earlier, with Alien and Aliens, it depends on mood.
Yeah.
Because they're both perfect movies.
Yeah.
They're both perfect, and the only reason I kind of put Alien at the top is because it was the first to do it.
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at too, and especially because, like, well, I mean, it set the stage.
Yeah.
Atmosphere, solidified. Female. But what I liked about Ripley's character in the first is just the change, because she's not like Linda Hamilton in Terminator 2.
Right.
She's Linda Hamilton in Terminator, where she's just like running, she's scared, she doesn't know what the fuck's going on. She's not like a badass. Yeah. So then when you get to Aliens 2, and even then she's like, I don't want to go anywhere near this fucking thing. I'm not getting off this fucking ship. I don't want to fuck these aliens. Fuck everything about them. And fuck you for putting me in this position. And then she's forced to do this, and then she's like, all right, fine.
And she would have been jumping off in a heartbeat if it wasn't for Newt being
there. And then, but that's the switch.
Yep,
and then so
that's
she
the
switched
switch.
in, and same with Linda Hamilton,
Yep.
or not Linda Hamilton, but Sarah Connor. To go from that to suddenly like fucking pull-ups in the prison and fucking like constantly trying to bust out and even just the fact that you find out that she was, her and John were living off the grid. She was hanging out with commandos and fucking shit.
Yeah.
Like, okay. All right. Yeah. Sign me up. So
sign me up for
right
sure.
now I'm saying, Alien is the top.
That's, Alien, Aliens, Resurrection.
I mean, you couldn't get Aliens without Alien. That's the thing.
Yeah, exactly. Right? And that's really where it comes down to.
It's kind of like Jurassic Park and Jurassic World. You wouldn't have had Jurassic World without Jurassic Park.
Right.
So Jurassic Park always going to be on the top of my list.
Always
going to be on the top of my list. Jurassic World, second.
Yo, oh yeah.
Yeah.
That movie's awesome.
Yeah. Then it's Lost World.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know if we've really actually done the Jurassic series in order.
I don't think so either.
But it'd be Park and World for sure. Is the top two.
Yeah, Park and World. Then it would be Lost World, third.
Yeah, Lost World, and then I would go Dominion.
I was thinking Dominion 2.
And then I would go Jurassic Park 3.
And then I would
go Fallen Kingdom.
And I would actually probably go Jurassic Park 3 over Fallen Kingdom as well.
Yeah.
But very, very close. Very, very close. Because I really didn't like Jurassic Park 3 for the most part.
Yeah.
A lot of it was me just like, at some point, someone would just nuke the fucking island like they did in the original book.
Yeah.
Like if you got flying fucking dinosaurs, nuke everything.
Nuke everything.
Napalm.
Now you got
no, it was napalm. It was napalm. They napalmed the island in the original book.
Yeah.
And then just kind of undid it. Ian Malcolm died.
Undid the deaths and everything.
Ian Malcolm died. They napalmed the island. They created the alternate island, which is fine.
Yeah.
I love the idea of having a secondary island where they breed everything, and then this is the attraction island because you're like, oh, that makes a lot of sense.
That makes sense. Yeah.
But bringing back Malcolm made no sense.
It made no sense.
I actually didn't die. I swam through napalm, like you do.
No big deal. I do it all the time.
So that's it. That's all. Alien Day.
Got one more giveaway.
Well, no, I'm just saying in terms of the Alien Day.
Alien Day. We celebrated
it. So
that's all right. Next Alien Day, we could do
Prometheus
and Covenant.
Yep.
And then 2025 Alien Day, AVP.
I'll do them. And you know what? Honestly, like I'll do them, and I won't be like shitting on them because in my opinion, they're in their own little world.
Yep.
Okay.
Their own little pocket.
So even if they take liberties, it's it's an alternate universe.
Yep.
It's just and also like I said, they're popcorn movies.
They're popcorn. I enjoy those. I mean, the second movie, I love the design of the half alien, half predator. I thought that thing was awesome looking.
Yeah. Holy shit.
Badass.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Also, like I like the first one because what's her face was the main. I can't remember her name. She was like in all the fucking scary movies.
Yeah.
I'm fighting the urge to say the black chick, but I love her though. Like just her as an actress, even though she
chick that wasn't Anna Faris.
Yeah, even though she like always plays angry black chick. I loved her.
Yeah, she's a great actress. She was great in that role too.
I never would have guessed her name was Sana Lathan.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
She's still gorgeous too.
Oh yeah.
She's 51.
We're 40.
Yeah, but she's 51 and she looks better than us.
Yeah, well, she could probably afford better collagen.
Or just healthcare in general.
Just healthcare in general.
Anyway, so yeah, so what do we got? Another another gift?
Yeah, another gift. Here we go.
A giveaway.
We got the first trade paperback for Marvel's Alien series.
That's a sweet fucking cover.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah, this is Alien Bloodlines. It collects issues 1 to 6 of Marvel's relaunch of the Alien series,
which I heard was awesome.
Yeah.
I heard it was really good. Like, that's right, because it did all those Alien covers. That's right. Yeah. All those variants. That's right. Yeah, I heard it was actually, it was like one of those where, like, if you like Aliens, you're going to love this.
Yeah, the covers are incredible.
I'm surprised and the book is Aliens versus Superman.
That's a little harder to get. Dark Horse shit is worth a ton, though.
Weird.
Yeah.
Really weird, actually.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's hard to get now.
So then I guess
Disney's got its hands around the alien.
So that means, what was it? Batman versus Predator.
Yeah.
Both versions are impossible to find.
Yes. Yeah. Very hard. Very hard to find.
I mean, if anyone's going to beat Predator, it's going to be Batman. We've already established that humans are their kryptonite.
I love that fucking Wolverine and Predator short live action versus fight on YouTube.
Okay, I know what I'm doing when I get.
You've never seen that?
No.
Oh man, and it's so good.
Okay.
It's so good.
Oh, did you didn't respond to my text about John Brenthal as Wolverine?
Oh.
But like,
yeah. Where'd
saw
you see that? It was like a fan art.
Yeah,
thing?
fan art thing.
Okay.
But as soon as I saw it, I was like, actually, yeah, he'd be a fucking sweet Wolverine.
He'd be a great Wolverine.
Like, just imagine,
if he wasn't coming back as Punisher.
Oh,
yeah.
I know exactly. That was the
yeah.
only thing, because like even his Punisher is probably like was just bestial.
Because I still think Bernthal would have been a better Wolverine, and I still think Frank Grillo would have been a better Punisher.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree.
But they cast him as Crossbones.
I agree. Yeah. Wow.
Like,
they cast him as Crossbones, and then they fucking misused him.
He would have been a perfect.
He should
Punisher.
not have been killed off in the first 5 minutes of Civil War.
No.
Especially after he got the fucking upgrade in the suit.
Yep.
Like, he got a suit.
He
got a helmet.
Yeah.
He
looked awesome.
Like fucking awesome.
Yep.
You know? And then, of course, like within minutes, Cap kicks the shit out of him.
Mm-hmm.
And then they blow him up.
Yeah.
Like,
and that's it.
It would have been nice to see more of that. But anyway, regardless.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. So a couple more Insta questions.
Okay.
Here we go. Numero uno is we did that one. Oh, here we go. What's your worst habit?
My worst habit? Oh.
I'm a nose picker.
Oh, I guess in that. I thought like I was gonna go with like I get in my head a lot.
Oh, okay. Well, you're going deep with it.
I thought like that would like my worst habit is literally get in my head. And then, like even something like Michelle will say something, and for some reason, because I'm in my head, I'll interpret that like instead of the way it was intended.
Right.
It's almost like fuck you, like I'm not fucking stupid.
Mm.
You know, it's like well, that doesn't help anybody.
Yeah.
But worst had I'm a nail biter.
Nail biter. Okay.
I'm a nail biter.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm also a nose picker.
It really, yeah.
In my defense, though, it's because I have like pretty bad rhinitis, which is a lot of like built up snot.
Oh yeah, I get that too.
It's
just all dry around the edges.
Hard.
Yeah.
And I've tried so many things, and they'll say like Vaseline and stuff, and it's like that's all well and good. I don't want to have it. I want to get rid of it. I don't want to just live with it. I want to get rid of it.
And the best way to do that is just
yeah, because you get in there and you get a couple. Like the worst is when it's like. Because you get like this giant like fucking,
oh yeah,
and it feels great, but then you're just like, what do I do with it? And then you eat it because
you eat it. Oh yeah, I usually just feed it to my dog.
That's worse, actually. I feel like that's worse. I don't know why.
So all those kisses you get from Penny, yeah.
Well, I mean, we've already established like. It's always a gamble when you're getting a kiss from a dog, right?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Like that
tongue has been places.
There are plenty of times where like I've seen her literally lick herself and then go, and I'm like, well, no, I'm not gonna.
No kiss.
Because I know, like you know.
Yeah.
It's just as long as you don't see it, then you're like.
But then 2 minutes later, you're all like, yeah, kiss me.
Yeah, exactly.
Because your tongue's cleaned off now.
It's been long enough, but yeah, no.
I don't feed it to my dog.
Obviously not, but does it seem grosser? Like it seems grosser to feed your dog your snot than it is to eat it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just you're putting it back where it came from.
I guess.
Then it's coming out of the ass. Oh my god, that thing is traveling.
I mean, anyway,
next question, because that thing got weird. Okay, besides Predator, who should the aliens fight? That's a good one.
That's a really
because there's a lot of great answers. I mean, naturally, I'm going to think something like Terminator or RoboCop or something like that.
But I'm also going to immediately rule. I would rule out Terminator.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? No, Terminator and RoboCop are both good answers because I mean you're dealing with something that has acid blood, and especially if it's resurrections, they could spit acid.
Yep.
You know. Oh man.
Damn.
But those aren't aliens, though. That's the. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I guess it doesn't. There's not specific. It's just who.
No, I mean,
Judge Dredd.
Judge
Even
Dredd would
though
be a good one.
I think he did actually in the comic books.
Hellboy would be a good one.
Hellboy would also be really good, and played by Ron Perlman.
Played by Ron Perlman. I'm looking around at my movies.
I know. I'm like, what are you looking at? And then I'm like, oh yeah, you're looking for inspiration. Judge Dredd would be awesome.
What are you looking at? Oh.
Even though I think they did, I'm pretty sure he's fought the aliens.
Yeah. Has Batman fought the aliens? I know he's fought Predator. Has he fought the aliens?
Let's find out. So first, I'm going to do Judge Dredd.
I want to know what everyone watching thinks. So, besides Predator, who should the aliens fight?
Oh,
Feel
so
free
actually,
to comment.
Judge Dredd was also he went both of them versus aliens and the Predator.
Oh,
there's like a Predator versus Judge Dredd versus Alien.
Okay.
Then there's Judge Dredd versus Aliens, which makes sense. They actually did a couple versions of that one. Okay, all right. Batman, I think, did as well.
Yeah, I can see Batman. Batman crossed over with pretty much everyone.
He did.
In the
Yeah,
90s.
He definitely did. Well, I mean, obviously, especially if it's if he's already done 2 with Predator, why wouldn't he do Aliens? That seems like a weird one, though. Like, I feel like Batman shouldn't win that one.
You know what?
Himself.
I want to see the aliens, as in all of them, like a horde of aliens.
Yep.
Against Godzilla.
Yeah, I was thinking Godzilla, but then I was like, how would you do that? Because you couldn't just
aliens versus Godzilla.
But yeah, aliens versus Godzilla, get a horde of them. Yeah, with like 1 or 2 queens.
89 McFarlane says the Navi from Avatar.
Oh my god, that actually would be kind of.
Thanks, Riley.
That would be really interesting, especially because like I'm hating on Avatar 2, so I think it would be interesting how badly the aliens fucking destroy the Navi. I mean,
that'd be funny.
It would be, well, because it's just the level of technology that they don't have.
I want to see this now.
I know, so do I. That was really good.
That was really good.
Really good.
The arrow disintegrates before it even gets to the head.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like,
you're right.
You know, like, sure, there's a couple of like nice looking hatchets and stuff like that, but yeah, oof, that would be a mauling. That'd be gross.
Oh, that's a good one.
That was really good. Yeah, kudos.
Last question is, how are you feeling today?
I'm pretty good, actually.
You feeling good?
Yeah.
I'm feeling good. I was actually excited for this Alien Day episode.
Yeah, so was I.
I've been pumping out shit for a week straight now.
Yeah, I've noticed that.
I've been stoked for it. So yeah, I'm feeling pretty good.
Yeah,
today.
I can't complain.
Feeling pretty good.
How are you doing today?
Oh, we got 2 of these.
Hey, all right. Nice.
I'm feeling good.
I was actually asking them.
Oh, so were you asking them?
That they did this means that they heard me and they answered.
And they're feeling just fine.
They're okay.
All right. Good stuff. Good stuff. That's the last Insta question.
Okay.
Insta questions are done. Wrap it up. Giveaways.
Yeah. How do you?
If you want to enter the giveaways, you got to the end of the week, because if you're not watching this live and you watch it later, cool. You can enter too. Email geekpantsmedia@gmail.com. Make the subject line giveaway, and just put the comment down in that email.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, and then I will draw a couple names, and maybe we'll announce the winners on our next Camcast.
Maybe? No, we will.
We will. So you won't find out at the end of the week, but you only got till the end of the week to enter.
That's right. There you go.
There it is.
Yeah. The suspense will kill you.
Giveaways. That's for the Alien 3 novel and the Alien trade paperback. You don't win both. One or the other.
That's right.
That's it. That's the Alien Day episode.
Well,
Alien 3, Alien
happy
Resurrection.
Alien Day, Kenneth.
Happy Alien Day, Chris.
And happy Alien Day, all of you. And once again, thank you for joining us, especially the fact that we've had people all the way through.
Yeah, it's been fun.
Nice. This has been really nice. The interactions are great. I really like the interaction. That makes me feel warm and fuzzy inside.
Makes me feel special.
But we do appreciate it. We also appreciate the fact that, like, because of this show and you guys, our subscribers are climbing.
Oh, big time.
You know, so it's leaps and bounds. And the fact that you guys are going ape shit over the shorts is awesome.
Mm-hmm.
It's absolutely awesome.
Better to do it on the shorts than in them.
Yeah, that's right. Unless it's like cocaine bear related, and then you just do it on a
you shit where you want
or whatever you want. because whatever, that's what you do when you're a cocaine bear.
Absolutely. Give them a fuss.
But like I said, as always, we appreciate it. We love you. We love the support. So keep doing what you're doing. Keep watching us on YouTube. Keep watching us on Facebook. Keep watching us on Twitter and on Instagram. And checking us out on geekpantsmedia.com. And listening to us on Apple, Google Podcasts, Spotify, SoundCloud, and Audible.
Wow, you nailed that.
Just keep doing what you're doing. Keep liking, keep sharing, keep commenting. Commenting, I think, is the one thing that I'd rather see more than anything else.
I love the comments.
Especially
I love these live comments
live, because that's great.
It's fun.
Some of these questions are really, really good.
Yep. Very good.
Yeah. So yeah.
So until next Alien Day.
Or just till next Camcast.
Next Camcast.
Which should be about in a week or two.
Yeah.
Give or take.
Yeah.
Depends.
Yeah.
Depends.
Maybe at least bi-weekly. Maybe weekly. Maybe we'll sneak one in
depends. There. You never know.
Never know. All right, everyone. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful evening. All right.
You missed it. You should have said had a wonderful Alien Day.
Oh. Alien Day.
Yeah, sure, whatever. At this point.
Does it work for you?
It's fine, I guess.
Right,
I'll just start reading.
I'm going to do the outro now.
Okay? Start looking at my phone.
All right.
now.
Okay, here we go.
These pancakes are delicious.